Tonight, it's the 290th Sunflower Showdown. Kansas and Kansas State will meet in Manhattan for one of the most historic rivalries in college basketball. So, let's dive in. I'm Aaron Pryor, and this is Around the Rim. All eyes will be on Bramlage Coliseum Tuesday night as KU, fresh off a 16-point win over Texas Tech on Saturday, will try to end the Wildcats' streak of 6 straight conference wins. K-State and Baylor are tied atop the Big 12 standings heading into tonight, with KU and Iowa State just a half game back. Texas Tech is in that 5 spot, but only a game and a half separates the first-place team from the 5th-place team as of now. It's no surprise that after Dean Wade returned from his injury, the Wildcats have been on a roll. K-State averages close to 8 points a game more with Wade on the floor. The St. John, Kansas native showed out in Saturday's big win over Oklahoma State, 24 points on a perfect 9 of 9 shooting, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. This game means a lot to the fans of these two schools, especially those from the state of Kansas, and that includes Wade, who in his senior year has just 2 more shots to beat the rival Jayhawks.
You know, I mean a lot. I grew up in Kansas, and you see the rivalry growing up the whole time. My school is split, like K-State, KU fans. There's like a pure hatred for each other, and so growing up, it just meant a lot for me to be able to do that. We came close the past couple years, but we just let even slide 2 or 3 minutes in the game, and they kind of got ahead of us, and then we couldn't really come back from that. And so this year we just got to play great defense the whole game, and really just focus and play great basketball.
Barry Brown has, of course, really come on as of late to lead this squad. He's 6th in the Big 12 in scoring and leads the league in steals per game. In fact, the Wildcats as a whole lead the Big 12 in that category. Last year, through the first part of conference play, Kansas was 7-3 on the year. This year, coming into tonight's game, they're 6-3. Now, I'm not trying to compare teams here. Last year's Jayhawks aren't this year's Jayhawks. But when February hit last year, KU started figuring it out on their way to a 14th straight Big 12 title. I don't know what hasn't been said about him at this point, but Dedric Lawson is a legit Big 12 Player of the Year candidate, and he continues to show you why each and every night. The 6'9" forward was just named to the Wooden late season top 20 watch list. The 901 native went for 25 and 10 against Tech and Lawrence on Saturday, and that's pretty much par for the course. He's 2nd in the country with 15 double-doubles this year and leads the Big 12 in both points and rebounds per game. Back in October, Coach Self told me that Dedric reminds him a lot of George Niang, the former Iowa State Cyclone now with the Utah Jazz. But what Coach Self said was Lawson's best attribute may or may not surprise you.
He's the best passer I've ever coached, So as a 6'9" guy, I don't think you hear that very often. So we can run offense through him, even if it's not in a scoring capacity.
I want to mention one more player here. Devin Dotson really popped on Saturday, scoring 20 points in 34 minutes of action, including dishing out 4 dimes. He's 7th in the league in assists at nearly 3.5 a game and might just be the X factor tonight to get things done in Manhattan. Either way, this is going to be a fantastic game. This game is also a college basketball NBA crossover game where play-by-play announcers abandon their traditional roles on ESPN. So this game will feature John Shambi with 15-year NBA head coach Stan Van Gundy and 5-time NBA All-Star, 2004 Finals MVP, and NBA champion with the Detroit Pistons, Chauncey Billups. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time on another edition of Around the Rim. For the Big 12 Conference, I'm Aaron Pryor.